What's up, you guys? I'm here with another video. I just decided to do a couple little stories about my childhood, and so I'm gonna do a couple, and if you guys want me to do more, because I have a lot more, if you guys want me to do more, just comment below and let me know if you guys want to hear more stories. So the first one is, okay, anyone that doesn't know yet, that's new or haven't heard my heart surgery video, I have a speech impediment from my heart surgery. So I had a VSD, and through my VSD it caused some medical issues and it caused my speech impediment. So anyone that knows me knows that my speech impediment 5-10 years ago, it was really extremely horrible. You could barely understand any words I said, and until I was about 14-15, I literally could not really say anything. I had a really hard time pronouncing words, and so like until 14-15, like the easy words like the and hat and street, like just easy words like that, I literally cannot pronounce and I cannot say them. I was in speech therapy from kindergarten to the day I graduated high school because it was so bad. I literally had a speech impediment from the day I was born. So I was basically born with a speech impediment because most of it's caused by my heart surgery. Okay, so you guys know that background. Obviously, since with my speech impediment, I had a hard time pronouncing words, and I couldn't pronounce words. And but this story is about one of the words I cannot pronounce. So this happened when I was like 12 or 13, and back then I still like when I said fork, back then it came out as fuck, and I literally cannot say fork for anything. So when I asked people for a fork, it said, "Can I have a fuck?" Embarrassing. Like, it was so bad. Like, my speech impediment, it was so even to this day, I obviously, if you guys can tell, I still have a hard time pronouncing words, but not like it was when I was in high school and when I was a little kid. My mom and dad couldn't understand nothing I said until I was like 12 or 13. Okay, so anyways, when we were at a restaurant, me and my mom and dad went to a restaurant, and they needed a fork. So of course, my mom and my dad always took advantage of my speech impediment, and they always did stuff to embarrass me, and you know, whatever, they just took advantage of it. Instead of feeling sorry for me, they took advantage of my speech impediment and basically made a joke out of it. So we were at a restaurant, and my mom was like, "Hey, Carol, go ask them for a fork." I know a restaurant, but a fast food place. And my mom was like, "Carol, go ask them for a fork." So I'm like, okay, of course. I'm like, seriously, Mom? Like, you know I can't say that word. And you know what it comes out as. So, like, really? Like, why? Like, you can't get off your freaking lazy ass and go ask for one? But no, it's because she wanted to take advantage of my speech impediment, and like I said, she just thought it was a joke. So I went to go ask. Of course, helping my mom, I listened no matter what. So I went to go ask for a fork. Oh my god. So I went up to the first person that came up to me was this guy. I remember, like, he looked like he was in his 20s. And, so I'm like, great, of course the guy has to come up. So, I went up to the place, and I asked him, I was like, "Hey, can I have a fork?" Well, technically, it came out, "Hey, can I have a fuck?" So, about 5-10 minutes, I'm standing there, and I'm, like, repeating myself. I'm trying to say fork so much. Like, I'm trying my best, and I'm, like, trying so hard to say fork, but I couldn't. I literally could not pronounce it. So like this whole time I am pointing at the forks because the forks were behind him. So this whole time I am pointing at the forks, but it's coming out, no, fuck, fuck, fuck. And like, oh my god, it was so embarrassing. So this 20-something-year-old, you know, obviously he's thinking in his head, why is this kid asking me to fuck? You know, so, and of course, you know, I look behind my mom and dad, hoping they'll come up to me and like help me and ask for me, because it was for them. So I was hoping they would come up and like be a parent and like ask for me. And no, but they were cracking up laughing, because they could hear the whole thing, of course, because it's in a fast food place. So instead of helping me, they're back there laughing their asses off. So I'm just like, great, okay. I'm literally bawling. I am standing there and I am bawling my eyes out. I'm so embarrassed. I just want to leave. And my mom and dad's over there cracking up laughing, not caring that I'm sitting there bawling my eyes out. And I'm so embarrassed that this guy is thinking I'm asking to fuck him because I can't say fuck. So about halfway through this, you know, me asking him, all of a sudden, also the other co-workers are like, what the hell? Like, you know, also they heard me, but also they didn't know I had a speech impediment. So, you know, of course, all the other co-workers are like, oh my god, I could hear them like talking, like, oh my god, I can't believe, you know, this little girl's asking him to fuck, and all these other comments. So I'm just like, great, like, now this whole fucking fast food place is thinking I want to do stuff with this guy. And so about 10 minutes later, he finally like understood what I was trying to say, because I kept on pointing at it. So after I kept on pointing at it, he finally realized what I was trying to say. So he gave me the fork, and so I grabbed it. So of course I'm like, thank you, and I'm walking back to the table, and all I could hear behind me is, could you believe that little girl? Like, you know, did she really say what I thought she said? And like, you know, the stupid comments like that. And I'm just like, oh my god, you know. So of course, you know, I'm still walking to my mom and dad, like bawling my eyes out because I'm so embarrassed. And, you know, I don't know, like, oh my god, I would never forget that day. I am 32 years old right now, and I would never ever forget that day. I was like 12 or 13 when it happened, and I was so embarrassed. And I have a lot of stories like that. Because my speech impediment was extremely horrible when I was a kid, and my mom and dad said that they literally cannot understand any words I said at all until I was like 12 or 13. So, I mean, it was horrible. Like, I literally couldn't really say anything. I basically like was mumbling like when I tried to talk, and it literally came out, I was like mumbling because I couldn't say anything. And then when I got into like middle school to high school, I was in, well, like I said, I was in speech therapy from kindergarten to high school, and I was in speech therapy 3 times a week from kindergarten to high school. So I was in speech therapy a lot. And it finally got better in high school. And my speech impediment finally started clearing up, so I finally was able to pronounce more words and, you know, all that. So, and now obviously you guys can tell, I'm always gonna have a speech impediment. I'm always gonna talk weird, but, you know, it's, you know, whatever, I can't help it. I got a speech impediment, and there's nothing I can do about it. I went to speech therapy forever, and this is what, you know, I'm just really happy and really thankful and glad that I was able to finally talk clear, and I wasn't, yeah, basically, like, I was able to get out of it somewhat. I mean, I'm never ever gonna fully not have a speech impediment. I'm always gonna have a speech impediment. But I'm just glad I'm able to actually talk clearer, and people just have a hard time understanding me, but, you know, yeah. So if you guys want to hear more stories about anything else, I'll do a couple more stories, but if you guys want to hear a lot more stories, just let me know below, because I have a ton of stories, especially due to my speech impediment, and other stuff. But, you know, like I said, there's a story about a caseworker that thought that I was deaf, and halfway through our conversation, she was saying stuff. I don't know, but if you guys want me to get into that, people asking me, like, telling me I'm deaf, and all that, like, what people have said to me about my speech impediment, and me being bullied because of it. No, just let me know below. Thank you guys so much for listening, and hopefully you guys think that story is funny. I mean, it's not funny, but it is. But hopefully you guys are entertained about it. It was one embarrassing time about my speech impediment, and yeah. So, thank you guys so much, and I will get back with you guys with another video.